Hey there, lovely listeners, and a huge welcome to sqillNChill, the podcast where creativity and opportunity collide, brought to you by sqillsite.com. I'm your host, Laila, and in each episode, we dive into the inspiring topics that can enrich the world of freelancing and entrepreneurship. Whether you're looking to showcase your talent or connect with top professionals, sqillsite.com is your platform to thrive without any commission fees. Let's discover together how you can turn your passion into profit. Stay tuned. Now talk about timing. We've got a juicy one lined up. We're peering into the crystal ball to chat about something that's been changing the face of work as we know it, the gig economy. You know that world where your office can be a coffee shop one day and your living room the next? We're going all in on gig economy 2.0. What's next for our fearless freelancers? So fix yourself a comfy spot, grab that beverage of choice, and let's get ready to untangle the future of freelance work. Are you ready? Because I sure am. Let's get this show on the road. Now let's dive right into the bustling world of the present gig economy. When you picture the workforce of today, a significant portion is riding the wave of gig work. Think of it as a mosaic of freelancers, independent contractors, and on-demand service providers, all playing a vital role in how we define work. At its core, the gig economy is the playground for flexible work arrangements. This is where you get to set your own hours, be your own boss, and pick projects that resonate with you. It's a breath of fresh air compared to the traditional 9-to-5 grind, isn't it? For many, this flexibility is a lifeline, allowing them to balance work with personal commitments or to pursue passions that don't fit neatly into a cubicle. Now, because of its flexible nature, gig work has soared in popularity. Platforms like Uber, Upwork, and Airbnb have become household names, connecting gig workers with those in need of a ride, a particular skill set, or a place to stay. And it's this ease of connection that's been a game changer, simplifying how people earn and paving the way for many to become micro-entrepreneurs. But why is the gig economy such a hot topic? Well, it's transforming the labor market right before our eyes. Some folks cheer for the freedom it brings, while others raise an eyebrow at the lack of traditional job security and benefits. It's this duality that makes the gig economy an intriguing subject of discussion, sparking debates on its sustainability and its place in the future of work. And let's not forget its sizable economic impact. Gig work isn't just a side hustle or a stopgap between jobs anymore. For many, it's become the main act, contributing significantly to livelihoods and the overall economy. It's no wonder that businesses, economists, policymakers, and workers alike are all keeping a keen eye on where the gig economy is headed next. With all that said, the gig economy is not without its challenges. The very nature of gig work means income stability can be as unpredictable as rolling dice. Plus, when we talk about work benefits like health insurance or retirement plans, gig workers often have to figure that out solo, which can be daunting. So, while the present gig economy is buzzing with opportunity and flexibility, it's also a landscape that's ripe for discussion and evolution. And that, my friends, leads us to ponder, what's next for this dynamic segment of the workforce? Stay tuned as we delve deeper and explore the possibilities in the next segment of sqillNChill. All right, now let's fast forward into the near future and imagine the contours of what I like to call gig economy 2.0. This is where the rubber meets the road in terms of how the work landscape could dramatically evolve. We're not just talking small tweaks here, folks, but a bona fide transformation that could change the way millions of people earn their bread, or maybe their crypto, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's start with the juicy stuff emerging trends. We're seeing a groundswell of digital platforms that are not just connecting freelancers with gigs, but are actually tailoring to niche markets. Think specialized platforms for designers, coders, even legal eagles. And the trend here? Hyper-specialization. The game is changing from being a jack of all trades to a master of one, which could mean more quality gigs for those who niche down. Another trend making waves is the rise of co-working and digital nomadism. The gig economy could lean heavily into this, resulting in a blend of travel and work, something that's been on the upswing even more so since the pandemic showed us that, hey, remote really does work. Now, how about those predictions? I'll bet my favorite coffee mug that we're going to see more gig workers than ever. The flexibility, the freedom, it's all very alluring. But crucially, I think gig economy 2.0 might usher in a new era of work-life balance. With freelancers getting increasingly selective about the gigs they take on, they could craft their careers around their lifestyles rather than the other way around. And let's not forget the corporate interest. I predict larger companies jumping on the bandwagon too, fishing in the gig pool for specialized, project-based talent. This isn't just a boutique phenomenon anymore. We're playing in the big leagues now. As we survey this landscape, gig economy 2.0 seems to be shaping up as a space where individuality, tech savviness, and entrepreneurial spirit are the currencies of the realm. And in this world, those who can adapt, specialize, and balance their work with their passion for living are likely to thrive. Can you feel the excitement? Because I can, and I'm here for it. Let's see how this all plays out, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be one heck of a ride into the future of freelance work. Well, let's shift gears a bit and dive into an aspect of the gig economy that's bound to stir up a little more debate. Regulatory changes. I'm telling you, this is where things get spicy. As we see the gig economy expand, it's becoming clear that governments and regulatory bodies are taking a keen interest. Their goal? To ensure fair play and protect the rights of gig workers. Now, I'm not saying it's the Wild West out there, but let's be honest. Freelancers often miss out on some of the protections and benefits that full-time employees take for granted. So, what's next on the regulatory front? We might see policies that look to bridge that gap. Think about things like minimum wage laws tailored for gig workers, or regulations ensuring reasonable work hours and overtime pay. And what about benefits? Health insurance, paid time off, retirement plans. These perks could be mandated for gig workers. Now imagine what that could mean for your routine as a freelancer. No doubt more stability, but also maybe, just maybe, a little less flexibility. There's a balance that needs to be struck. On another note, there's likely to be a push for clearer classification of gig workers. Are you an independent contractor or an employee? This is huge because it defines your rights and the company's responsibilities towards you. Some places have started cracking down, demanding businesses to prove that freelancers are not, in fact, employees. This distinction affects taxes, liability, and so much more. Now, let's not forget the platforms themselves. Increased regulations could mean these gig platforms need to step up. They might be required to provide clearer contracts, better support systems, or facilitate benefits. And this leads to more bureaucracy, record keeping, reporting, you get the picture. The conversation around these changes is a bubbling pot ready to overflow. It's a complex brew of worker rights, business interests, and economic impacts. And it's all playing out in real time. For us in the gig sector, it's a matter of staying informed and adaptable because these changes, they're not just coming. In many places, they're already knocking on the front door. So let's keep our eyes peeled, shall we? And now, folks, let's dive deep into something that's as exhilarating as it is daunting, the AI revolution and its rendezvous with gig work. Teeming with possibilities, this tech revolution is knocking on our doors, and it's reshaping how we approach freelance work. First off, let's talk opportunities. AI could be a real game changer for optimizing gig workflows. Fancy having a virtual assistant that helps manage your workload, schedules, and even hunts down those lucrative gigs for you? Well, that's not just a pipe dream. It's rapidly becoming reality. AI tools can now empower freelancers with data-driven insights, helping them pinpoint where their services might be in high demand. Plus, with machine learning algorithms, freelancers can get personalized advice on how to price their services competitively. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. With every silver lining, there are clouds dotting the horizon. A key challenge in this AI-driven future is the threat of job displacement. As algorithms become more sophisticated, there's a real concern that many tasks currently done by human freelancers could be automated away. It's not just the manual labor gigs either. We're talking creative and analytical tasks that computers are learning to do at an alarming pace. And if you're thinking, well, as long as I'm creative, I'm safe, hold that thought. Even industries driven by creativity and ingenuity are seeing the entry of AI. Whether it's writing simple articles or generating graphic designs, AI's capabilities are encroaching on activities we once thought were exclusive to the human intellect. Let's also consider that AI could democratize certain skills, which sounds great, right? But it also means increased competition since more individuals could harness AI tools to perform tasks they wouldn't have been able to do before. This could lead to a saturated market, potentially driving down the value of these skills. However, let's not forget that with every giant leap in technology, new roles and opportunities emerge. Freelancers adaptable to change, those who can collaborate with AI, are more likely to thrive. Instead of being replaced, they could become the pilots of this new tech wave, programming and guiding the AI to do its bid, while focusing their human creativity on tasks of higher complexity and empathy. Serious food for thought, isn't it? We are at the cusp of an exciting yet unpredictable intersection of freelancing and AI. The question before us is not whether AI and automation will be a part of the future gig world, but rather how we as freelancers and a society choose to adapt, adopt, and steer this revolution to our benefit. Got any thoughts on how AI is going to change your gig? Share them and let's navigate this brave new world together. And just like that, we've reached the tail end of today's journey into the dynamic landscape of the gig economy. We've surfed through the currents of its current state, ridden the waves of potential transformations ahead, and even dove into the deep waters of regulatory changes and the tidal forces of AI and automation. From the flexibility and variety that the gig economy brings to the table to the looming questions of stability and security for freelancers, it's undeniable that we're standing at the brink of a gig economy 2.0. It may be ripe with opportunities, but it's not without its challenges, especially when we consider how technology like AI could shake up the playing field. Will it be a disruptor or an enabler? Only time will tell. My personal take? The future of freelance work is bright, powered by innovation and driven by a diversifying workforce craving for autonomy. Of course, this future won't be without its hurdles, and staying adaptable will be key for those riding the gig wave. And just like that, we've reached the end of another episode here at sqillNChill. Big thanks to all of you for tuning in and taking this deep dive with us. If today's conversation inspired you to take the next step in your career, head over to sqillsite.com and create your professional profile today. At sqillsite.com, we empower you to connect directly with clients, keep 100% of your earnings, and manage your projects your way. Don't forget, sqillsite.com is more than just a marketplace. It's a community where your creativity has no limits. Join us at sqillsite.com and let's make great things happen together. Until next time, I'm Laila, signing off. Stay curious, folks.